My father reached into his pocket, pulled out some change, and paid the difference in what I had compared to what the salesperson told me I needed. Somehow I could never get it straight that $3 would not buy a $2.99 item. With tax, it was $3.15 or something like that. I once told my young daughter that she didn't have to be perfect. She said, "Why not?" And I said, "We just do our best, and God makes up the difference." Her response was wise beyond her years when she said, "So I'm already perfect?" For what the law was powerless to do, in that it was weakened by sinful nature, God did by sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful man to be a sin offering. And so he condemned sin in sinful man, in order that the righteous requirements of the law might be fully met in us, who do not live according to the sinful nature, but according to the Spirit. That's Romans chapter 8, verses 3 and 4. Here, Paul is explaining the shortfall of the law. The shortfall being it involved man and man's sinful nature. It describes the inability of man because of that sinful nature to completely follow the law and so be justified by that law. In the case of my $2.99 purchase, my $3 fell short no matter how hard I had worked to earn it. Now, I needed my father to say, "I've got you covered." Likewise, we needed a father to make up the difference. The difference came in the form of his Son, righteousness given to make us righteous. Our job is to walk with Christ and follow all of his commands, but it's not to check off a list of do's and don'ts. It is because we recognize what God did through Jesus Christ, his blood, his grace that covers us. And what is the stipulation for this gap coverage? It is living our lives according to the Spirit. In this simple yet not so simple conversation with my young daughter, it is us doing our best and letting God make up the difference. And if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is alive because of righteousness. Romans chapter 8, verse 10. Thank you for taking the time to look at some scripture and allowing that to center our lives.